Does that constitute a mandate for the party generally?
It was. Clearly, the president and all of us ran on a set of issues that were the most important to the people. We've got to secure the border. We have to get the economy under control, reduce inflation. We've got to get American energy dominance back and restore peace through strength, reduce the regulatory state, the bureaucracy, the deep state. All those processes are underway. The president's done a heroic job with executive authority right out of the gates and accomplished quite a bit. DOGE is working overtime, and all these things are happening. Now we have to codify it. So the reconciliation process is the key to getting that done.
And a buddy of mine sent it to me. He said, Mike Johnson is on a journey, and I love it for him.
The reconciliation is the one exception to having to get 60 votes, the 60-vote threshold in the Senate. Because we only have to have 53 Republicans in the Senate right now, doing something with a bare majority is the way to go. So we'll use the reconciliation process to check a lot of the boxes of the promises that we made, and that is how we will get to the cost of living. You know, the price of eggs is up high because that has more to do with bird flu than anything else, okay? There's a lot of mixed messages out there, but obviously inflation continues to be a major problem. The way to do that is to make sure small businesses have certainty, to make sure we don't have the largest tax increase in U.S. history, which is what will happen by default at the end of this year if we're not successful in this mission, to get taxes down, reduce regulations, and free up the free market again. And the way you do that, the way you ensure prosperity, which is what we're all about, is to get the government out of the way. This is the team to do it, and reconciliation is the vehicle in which we're going to get it done.
But the last few years have been difficult with the rising cost of energy, housing, and groceries. How would your...
So I keep going back to reconciliation, but that's the quickest vehicle we have to achieve these desired results. And what we need is to get government out of the way. We need a smaller, leaner federal government that's out of your life so that the free market can thrive. If you reduce taxes and regulations, you allow job creators, entrepreneurs, risk takers, the people that create the jobs to do more of what they do. And you unleash that power of the U.S. economy that has been smothered by government regulation for too long. This is not theoretical. We did it, of course, in the first Trump administration. I
don't have to tell you how slim the majority is in your House, even in the upper...
So my job is to find the equilibrium point between the two sides and to advance the ball as far as we can down the field for our conservative principles. And get 218 votes. And now I've got a SALT caucus over here that they don't have to contend with in the Senate because the state and local tax issue is huge to people that are elected in New York, New Jersey, California, and other states. But think of it, there's no red state senators, because they're all red state guys, that have that issue to contend with. And we have multiple caucuses and interest that I've got to contend with. So finding the right point for all those dials is going to be the trick over the next several weeks. We'll get there, and the sooner that we do, the better it's going to be for you and every small business owner, and large company for that matter, around the country, because that's going to lock in and codify the certainty that you need to be able to do what you do best, and that is grow your business and add jobs.
Did some things that folks were not expecting him to do, at least the skeptics. By the same token,
it is not likely that we're going to fix everything in one bill in one foul swoop. So, but if we can make great strides in these areas and we begin to change the trajectory of the carrier, we can turn it around. And if we do that well, and we demonstrate to all these new demographics who came into the party now, that it truly is our principles, our core conservative principles, that lead to human flourishing. It is our principles that are better for them as individuals, families, you know, a community, their state, the nation as a whole. Then we will be able to hold this as a governing majority for years to come. This can be an historic moment for our party and our principles, and this is the first step in what will be many steps. It's day by day.